Is Dillon Brooks going to back up his talk? Is Kawhi Leonard the worst teammate of all time? Did we just witness the greatest individual performance by a player ever? Find out all this and more this week, Sideline NBA edition. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Sideline NBA edition. We're back every Wednesday at noon, break down, discuss the current state of the NBA. I'm your host, Matt Sampson. Before we get going, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. It really helps a lot. I'm joined by T today, as always. T, what's going on?
Good. Just got back from Florida, as you can tell. I'm pretty burnt, but I'm white hot.
I was gonna say,
just like Jimmy.
I was going to say, you're white hot like Jimmy. You're hot with takes, too.
Oh, yeah.
We got a lot to talk about. We both just came back from vacation looking tan, but we both watched the NBA while we were away, so we got plenty of thoughts.
Of course.
We'll start, dude, with the state of the league. Everyone's talking right now about the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. They just took a 3-1 series lead on Milwaukee. Jimmy Butler had 56 points. Some people are calling it one of the greatest playoff performances of all time. T, what do you think about this?
I definitely think it's top 3 performances I've ever
in our lifetime
I've ever witnessed, for sure. The only other performance coming to my head right now is Donovan Mitchell's 57 in the bubble. And let's just break down the playoff series here. The Heat are the 7th seed, and the Bucks are, they've been the favorite all season.
They've been by far. Everyone's been
the
betting.
Bucks have been the favorite all season
by far.
The Jazz were the 1 seed in the bubble that year. So this is completely opposite.
Yep.
Like, Jimmy had to do everything last night. He had no help last night, and he scored half their team's points.
Listen, Kyle Lowry's a shell of himself. He sucks.
No Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo's out. Probably their second best pure scorer, Hero, out. Their second leading scorer was Bam Adebayo with 15 points.
And he struggled, too.
Yeah,
Giannis gave him some fits.
He literally put the team on his back, and they're playing. He's playing elite defenders. Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, Giannis, even Middleton. Like, these aren't scrubs. These are the 1-seed Bucks, and they're known for their defense. No, but, dude, I was thinking the same. Like, I was watching all the highlights today at work. I mean, like you said, the only other, performance, Donovan Mitchell, you get the LeBron Game 6 when he was in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
When he came into Boston, was unbelievable. But, dude, I just have so much respect for Jimmy Butler and the way he carries himself, and he shows up in the playoffs.
Yeah, he's one of the few players that actually does turn it up when they say they're going to turn it up for the playoffs, unlike someone like Dillon Brooks, too.
Oh, jeez. But between this and the bubble, Jimmy Butler, he doesn't have a ring yet, but I think of all the guys who doesn't have a ring, he's proven he's a primetime player.
Yeah, I'd say out of all of the ringless players, I have the most respect for him.
I'll ask you before we move on quickly, you think that he close it out? You think they win the series? It's going to be tough. I feel like Milwaukee will give him a...
I really don't. I actually don't.
Oh, you think Milwaukee's going to still win?
I think...
It's a hot take.
I think no Oladipo. I just think this is too tough. I mean, Giannis is going to be another game healthy, and Miami going on the road in Milwaukee. I don't know. I definitely know Milwaukee's winning the next game.
Because I agree. Yeah, Milwaukee will win next game. I mean, they get 3 chances.
Yeah.
And I will say if any team could come back from 3-1, it almost never happens. It's this Milwaukee team. If Giannis just goes God mode.
Yeah.
And like you said, the Heat, other than Butler, Adebayo, they don't have a lot, especially with Hero out. So I'm with you. It wouldn't shock me.
And they're all injured too. Everyone on the Heat is injured.
They get a lot of scrubs too.
All of them were, on the ground, pacing on the court last night.
It's not over yet, but I'll tell you, Jimmy Butler's given us one hell of a series.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's awesome to see. Another big story. The Warriors this past weekend, they tied the series with the Kings. They were down 2-0. They went back to Golden State, got 2 games. The big news here is Game 5 in Sacramento, huge swing game. De'Aaron Fox dislocated his finger. He's doubtful, probably not going to play. That's huge. This series shifted very quickly. T, I'll ask you, do you think it's over? Do you think Golden State, it's a foregone conclusion they'll win?
No, I think this game is going to be close.
I think it'll be close too. But Fox out.
Davion Mitchell has been a pest on Curry.
Keegan Murray's been playing well too.
Keegan Murray as well, yeah. Keegan Murray he led all rookies in 3-point shooting. He can stroke the
three. He had 23 last game.
He probably should have been the one taking that shot instead of Harrison Barnes.
Dude, it was such a good look.
It was a good look, I will say that, but
Some people are criticizing the play because they said Fox needs to get the ball out of his hand earlier, or that they were going to probably double team him. But at the end of the day, like you said, they got a good look. Barnes has to hit that shot.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know. I think it's tough. I was still going to pick the Kings, but with the Fox injury, I think Golden State, that's going to make Golden State win the series. As for this next game 5, though, if the Kings have any shot, they have to win. If they lose the next game, it's over.
Yeah.
There's no way they win after. But this is a must-win game for them. But I agree. They're a gritty team. I think they're going to give it everything they have.
Yeah. I think this series is going to 7, and I think the Warriors are going to pull out in 7. But I hate to say that, but this is going to be one of the good series.
I was going to say, I think this is probably the best series in terms of back and forth evenness in the entire NBA first round.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. It's a shame Fox got hurt, but this has been a great battle between him and Curry. Last game, both from went off.
It's different than like a Miami versus Milwaukee series because, they actually play defense.
Yeah,
These guys are just like explosive.
This is all offense.
These are explosive offensive teams.
Like the Kings kind of the future of like doing the Warriors thing, like just pace and space,
Yeah.
Another series going on in the league. Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James and the Lakers. The other night, they took a 3-1 series lead on the Grizzlies. LeBron hit a huge shot, sent it to overtime. They won. And the big story, a lot of people were answering from our teaser early on. Dillon Brooks was talking to LeBron, called him old, called him all these things, talking crap to LeBron. Since then, he's got ejected. And then last night, they blew a lead. They blew the game, and Dillon Brooks did not play well. Why would Dillon Brooks do this? What an idiot.
I don't know what he's doing.
Not smart.
The more he talks, the worse he's playing. It's like the more he opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why he keeps doing it. You're making your team lose.
I'll tell you, the Grizzlies, they have the swagger, and they talk as if like they're Golden State. They haven't won anything. You know what? They haven't even been to a conference final.
I don't know. I think this dude signed his $40 million contract and thinks that he's on top of the world now.
Really?
Little did he know that LeBron makes that in a season, buddy.
Seriously. Dillon Brooks is one of these like Pat Bev guys who like plays off his swagger and confidence, and he had that going in game 2. But it's weird because like everyone called him out for it after, and it seems like since he did that, he's kind of lost his swagger. And like it doesn't seem like he has any confidence, any swagger right now.
Yeah.
Like the air is kind of out of the building, and I think this series is over. The Grizzlies might win Game 5, but I got Lakers in 6.
Yeah, I think this series is over.
And listen, we're not gonna brag. We're very humble, but we both did pick the Lakers.
Yeah,
and we said the Lakers could make it. We're not gonna mention it, but we both did, pick the series right. We won't mention it though. All right, next thing. This is very surprising. This is one me and you did not see coming. At least I had Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Knicks are dominating this series. I was watching a game on Sunday. Frankly, it was close in the box score, but the Knicks had control of the entire game. And they're up 3-1, and Julius Randle has played like trash.
Yeah,
he's not been good. But Brunson's been playing great. RJ Barrett's been playing great. And I think the big story is Donovan Mitchell has been trash. Mm-hmm. T, do you think this is more about the Knicks playing well, or do you think this is more about Donovan Mitchell not showing up?
I think it's about the other guys on the Knicks.
Okay.
Like
the role players.
RJ Barrett's been
26 the other game.
26 the other game. Mm-hmm. I think he had 20 before the game before that too. I mean,
yeah, if you're third
he's
player,
replaced Randall in both of those games. So, yeah, I mean the Knicks supporting cast. Mitchell Robinson he's been
great.
He's been dominating Jared Allen,
and he's been huge because we were talking about that as an issue. For the Knicks, it would be matching up against Jared Allen and Mobley. But Mitchell's done a great job in the paint, rebounding. He's got a lot of second chance points. He's been very underrated for them.
Him and Hardenstein.
Hardenstein's a good backup.
He's definitely a good backup.
Like he gives them solid minutes, man. I will say I'm really surprised because I picked Cleveland because I thought the Knicks wouldn't be able to score with them, but I didn't realize Donovan Mitchell wasn't going to show up.
Yeah,
the last game was bad.
He's not showing up.
I think he had 11 points. He called him the top 20 player in the league, whatever you want to. I mean, he in the regular season, I looked it up. Did my little Sam Reed, stat keeping. He averaged 28 points, 28 points in the regular season. He had 11 this past game. I think he had 22 the game before and 17. So he's like maybe averaging 20. I mean, that's like 8-9 points less. that the Cavs are getting from Donovan. I mean, he's got to step up if they want
That's
any
like
chance.
way off P.
Wait, yeah. Seriously, dude. And listen, credit to Jalen Brunson, man. He's a baller.
Yeah. He keeps stepping it up. I don't see this coming. I didn't
see it coming either.
I think because of his size, I always thought he would struggle, but
that's what I thought too.
He continues to prove me wrong.
He's gritty, man. He gets in there, man. He's thick. He uses his body, uses his frame.
Yeah.
And he's quicker than you'd think. With someone kind of like his body size. And I'll give Thibodeau credit. He's got him playing tough defense, a resilient team. All Thibodeau teams are. And if the Bucks end up losing and the Knicks play the Sixers in the next round, listen, they'll give him a run.
Absolutely.
They'll give him I don't think that'll be an easy series. So, I guess credit to the Knicks as much as it pains me to say. This is a shame. So Kawhi Leonard, we all knew Paul George was going to miss some time. I think Kawhi Leonard, what did he play? Game 1 maybe?
I think he played game 1.
I think he played game 1, and the Clippers won game 1.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard's hurt. Story of his life. Kawhi Leonard's hurt again. And ultimately, man, Kawhi Leonard, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. And he's done things in this league I've never seen done. What he did in Toronto that 1 year was unbelievable. Yep. One of the best individual playoff runs I've ever seen. But since he's been to the Clippers, it's been load management. It's been injuries. Paul George, same thing. And he's cost them because they rely on him. He's a top 5 player in the league when he's healthy. He's never healthy, man. The Clippers invested everything. Kawhi Leonard has killed the Clippers. T, I want to know what you think about Kawhi and just your overall take on that.
Well, look at our video. We can't even get a picture of Kawhi in a Clippers jersey.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even, he's not on the court long enough.
This is true.
So,
Eric Gordon.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I can't think of anyone else who is a worse teammate. I mean, seriously. I'm sure there's some baseball players who just take time off for no reason. Sure. They could probably be in the running. Ben Simmons maybe, but this guy just doesn't play. He just collects checks and puts it towards his injury concerns. I don't even know.
He literally won the ring in Toronto, cashed out, got the big deal, got traded. He wanted to go to LA to be near his family and just cashed out and literally just plays half the season or whatever. And it's a shame, dude, because I'm the biggest Kawhi Leonard fan. When he was in Toronto, he's one of my favorite players ever. Like in the league, I love his game. He plays both ends, and I think he's a gamer too. Like come playoff time,
yeah,
dude, he sucks. He never plays. Like we talked about this as being our most anticipated series, and it's going to be over in 5 because Kawhi Leonard, decided he didn't want to play. So
he ain't got now. That's for sure.
No, definitely not. Would Kobe be playing? You know what I mean?
Kobe be playing.
Kobe
absolutely.
be playing on, one leg. But, yeah, it's a shame, man. Definitely be interesting to see the Suns going forward, who they play, how they look. But a shame we got robbed of a potential great series. Next. Little news. This is the only news we got separate from the playoffs. Ime Udoka, former Celtics head coach. In his one season with the Celtics, they went to the finals. They suspended him. A lot of rumors about what he did. A lot of people saying he was sleeping with the ownership's wife's married woman upstairs. No one knows for sure what happened. He hasn't been seen in public in 7 months. He's gone in hiding. No one knows what's happened, but that's the rumor. Rockets hired him yesterday. T, you're the biggest Rocket fan I know. What are your thoughts?
This was definitely a good hiring because I follow those young Rockets on Instagram. Yeah. They're all younger than me. And
it's crazy.
These guys are still kids.
Yeah, they're idiots. From what I see.
They need someone. They need someone like Ime to whip their asses into shape because they do nothing but go out and party in downtown.
Sounds like the new generation.
I've been to downtown Houston. Okay. They do nothing but clown around after games.
Listen, James Harden was known to go to strip clubs after games and eating buffalo wings.
Exactly why he wants to win a ring in Philly this year and then go back to his Houston days.
Go back to his comfort zone of strip clubs and chicken wings. But
this could definitely also draw James Harden back to Houston.
That's the rumor, is that Udoka, that he may draw a superstar or two with him to Houston. Like Kyrie or Harden.
It's almost the footsteps are getting lined up again.
I think he can't be worse than Silas. I guess they all hated him, right?
I'll never forget in 2018 when we had Harden and CP3 and
great team.
Everyone was talking about how we were going to get Jimmy Butler.
That was a rumor, yeah.
But for some reason, Jimmy Butler specifically didn't want to play with CP3.
I feel like he's not a light guy throughout the league. A lot of people have problems with Chris Paul.
Yeah, people do have problems.
And then they shipped him out the next year for Westbrook. So, But I think it's a good hire, man. He can't be worse than Silas. Like you said, I think he's good for a young team, kind of whip him into shape.
Absolutely.
And he should be good as long as he doesn't sleep with any of the upper management wives. He should be okay.
Yeah.
You know?
If anything, he's probably still talking to the Boston person secretly.
And what are you doing, too? He's married to Nia Long.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she's...
Why do you even...
You know, what are you doing, Ime?
What's wrong with you?
You know, crazy. But, yeah, we'll see how that plays out in Houston. All right, now to the Bleed Green segment. This, close to home. This is what we care about. The Celtics. They're up 3-1 on the Hawks. Game 5 is Tuesday night. DeJounte Murray suspended. He bumped into a ref, screamed at him. He's as if the Hawks were going to lose already. I mean, this is a foregone conclusion. I think the Celtics are the spread's minus 13 tonight on FanDuel, which is crazy. Everyone expected this. I thought they might sweep them. But listen, my takeaway is I'm happy we avoided Miami. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. This series will be over on Tuesday, and these Hawks are Tweety birds.
I mean, the Hawks are a joke. Miami would have, even if we beat Miami, they'd give us a tough series.
Yeah.
That's not going for
They would push us to 6 or 7.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'll give you a quick Hawks thought. I'm watching the Hawks. They play no defense. And John Collins stinks. And I was a fan of his, like, when they made that conference finals run, because he was a good player. But just for what I've seen this season and this series, dude, every time he pulls up from 3, I know he shot 1 from 9 last game. I know it's not going in. I looked his contract. He makes his 5 years, $125 million. So he makes $25 million a year. He had 5 points last game, 8 points the game before, 5 points the game before that. He's making $25 million a year.
The Hawks front court, man, and the Cavs front court, they're getting exposed this playoffs.
It's tough. But there's, I think, a nice tune-up series for the Celtics. Get feeling good, get ready, and you get Philly and Miami next round. So either one of those, I like the Celtics in both of those series, but I don't think either of those will be easy. Not like this series.
I would like for the Celtics to wrap this up on Tuesday and quickly move on to the injured Sixers because
exactly. Get on them quick.
I want to face Embiid sooner rather than later because he's not healthy right now.
He's 50-50 for game 1. So you either get the injured Sixers or you get a Miami team that's going to war with Milwaukee right now.
Yeah.
So either way,
the team we're facing is going to be banged up.
Yeah. So close it out tonight.
So that is good for it.
Get rid of the Hawks and on to the next one, as Jay-Z says. All right, wrap up the program here. We get a fan question. Ryan Gillen, big fan of the program. What's up, Gillen? He asked, "Is this year the year of the underdog?" Great question, Gillen. One of the best we've ever got, to be honest. To you, is it? Is it the year of the underdog?
I think it is.
Okay.
I mean,
there you go.
There's the Warriors, there's the Heat, there's the Lakers.
The Lakers? I mean, you just named 3 lower seeds that are probably going to win their series.
Yeah, they're leading their series and in control. I mean, it definitely could be the year of the underdog, but these underdog teams also had long-lasting superstars in the league. So
Butler's been to the finals. LeBron and Curry each have 4 rings.
It definitely. I mean, are they underdogs?
Yeah. Suns are a 4 seed, but they get Kevin Durant.
But technically not. I mean,
I think it's cool, dude, because I agree. It is the year of the underdog, but usually in the NBA, the first round is a joke. You might get 1 or 2 good first-round series, like a 4v5, but for the most part, it's a joke, especially the 1 through 8, 2, 3. Those are like 4 or 5 game series. You can say this year, every single series except for Boston, Atlanta, and Denver, Minnesota has been like a good series that could go either way. Like even the Knicks, like Cavs, like I mean, the Cavs could still make it a series. You know what I mean? I feel like those are 2 even teams. I
still expect them to make it a series, too.
Yeah, me too. So, I mean, that's what 8 series. 6 out of 8 are going to be like good series. You know what I mean? Which in the NBA almost never happens. I mean, you can usually pick it every year. Other sports are a little different, so I think it is, which is awesome because you get a competitive, great first round that anyone can win. So, great question there from Ryan Gillen. Yes, it is the year of the underdog. And that's all we got for today. Thanks for sticking around. Another episode of Sideline NBA. Remember, we're back every Wednesday at noon. Latest episodes. We're viewer-supported completely. So be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. We'll be back next week. Again, me and T, we're going to be talking all things NBA playoffs, talking all things Celtics, and there'll be plenty of news. We'll get into it all. That's it.